Paul, recognition today for Dan Burn, League One's Player of the Month, and caps a great month for him and the team.
Yeah, fantastic for Dan, fantastic for his teammates as well in the club. It's always nice when anybody at your club gets accolades. Something that to be acknowledged is always good. We're really pleased for Dan. Dan's having an outstanding season. And as I say all the time, he's a good player. And that's what the game's about, good players. Dan certainly slots into that category.
You speak a lot about setting your team up to win games, but that run, 6 games, consecutive clean sheets in League One through December, must make you ever so proud.
It'll get tested tomorrow, I'll tell you that's for sure. Makes me dead proud. But you just keep going. I think sometimes we stop and we talk about stuff and you're just in the midst of a season. And, records and different stuff are there to be broken or to work to. If you get beat, you start again and you try and get back to being unbeaten. We've got a very stern test tomorrow. Peterborough are an excellent side. They're in the midst of a great run themselves. As far as games go, I think it's one of them you could genuinely say I'm looking forward to seeing.
And in terms of the spectacle you mentioned there, one that you'd be looking forward to watch for the neutrals and for the home fans at the DW, should be a real spectacle.
You can't see it being 0-0, can we? That's for sure. So, Peterborough are having an excellent season, as I said. They've had a smashing results in the cup competition. They seem to be attacking their Check-Trade trophy a little bit as well, and Wembley is a prize. Why wouldn't you sometimes? The FA Cup result last week was excellent at Villa. They're in the midst of good form in the league. Potentially they'll have eyes on promotion like every other team in the division, I suppose. And they carry threats, and that's what good teams do. They carry threats, and we certainly carry a couple of threats ourselves.
A couple of frustrating games the last couple of the DW, but this one really should hopefully be an open game.
I don't buy into that when you say a couple of frustrating games. I think they're different. I think they're good games because they're different. If you get teams intent on, it's like last week at Bournemouth, you've got 2 teams trying to win a game, you normally get goals and an entertaining spectacle. If you get one team intent on stopping another team, it doesn't adhere for a good game, and that's the way football is, and that's part and parcel of the matches, your fixture list, etc. Certainly tomorrow, I can't envisage any team on the pitch out of 2 teams setting up to be hard to beat. I can't envisage anyone settling for a 0-0 draw. So I think the fans are guaranteed, really, a good game purely by the players on view.
In terms of a one-on-one battle, Jack Marriott up against Dan Burn, that should be a real key one. Jack's
having an excellent season. We don't normally speak about other players, but it's great to see. A young lad who's come through, he's had a couple of moves, he obviously ended up at Luton. He's always done well at Luton against us, he carries a threat. In my opinion, you can tell he's a good lad. He looks a good player. I've heard he's quoted to going for 6 or 7 million, so unfortunately we're not in for him, Peterborough. So we're not trying to laud your players in public. And as I say, they've got good players, but so have we. And the most important thing for tomorrow is we focus on ourselves. We respect Peterborough for sure. They're one of the teams this year that have beat us. They scored 3 goals against us. It was a very good game down at their place, loads of chances, lots of action, and hopefully tomorrow can be the same, but with a different result.
In terms of the team, how is the squad looking? Sean McDonald back last weekend, and great to see him back on the bench.
Yeah, Sean's had a bit of a knock, to be fair, in the game. He had quite a heavy tackle, which was disappointing. We think that Sean's going to be out on his other leg, on his other knee. We're just waiting for the results of scans and different stuff, but it looks like it might be an injury that will keep Sean out for a period of time, which is very disappointing. Nothing to do with his previous injury, but on the first steps back sometimes these things happen. So while Sean's in, good condition, wanting to play, it looks like he's had a little setback.
And the rest of the team, how are they looking?
Ryan Colcliffe's back in the squad now. He's fully recovered from his shoulder injury, which is pleasing. Craig Morgan's training is being stepped up. Obviously he's been out for quite a long time. No other injuries. Obviously we've had the disappointment of losing Lee and Ivan this week. But we move on.
In terms of Peterborough, the game earlier in the season, a really hard-fought, contested battle, and in terms of how you've responded from setbacks this season, been really impressive.
I just keep going. There's 46 games to play, in a league campaign, and as I say all along, you can't be promoted after a certain amount of games. It's a long journey for everyone. Along the way, you'll all have setbacks. Everyone does. Everyone has disappointing results, have where you should win, or things will go for you and against you, and it's all part of the process of a league campaign. There's still a long way to go. Our lads are in a good place at the minute. They train well, as I say. They're a good group, and we're very much focused on the next game tomorrow.
We're in January, transfer window open, and a couple of the loan players this week going back to their parent clubs and going out again.
Yeah, first of all, both lads individually, contributed really well to our season. Lee Evans, first of all, again, fantastic lad, really good player. Big disappointment to lose Lee, but that's part of football. That's where we're at. Great for Lee, and we wish him well. Ivan, no different, the same. Absolutely smashing lad. It was a pleasure to work with. Caused us no problems at all in general. probably getting a bit frustrated at his lack of minutes, which fully understandable now. And he's another boy we wish really well. You know, hopefully the both lads go on and have really good careers.
In terms of incoming, Jamie Walker's come in this week. What can the fans expect from him?
Jamie's a good player. He's a very good player. He's probably had a turbulent 12 months in relation to maybe a move that everybody wanted from his side not materialising to Glasgow Rangers, and a lot of money involved, and he's had a couple of niggly injuries and picked up, but Jamie will get fit down here. He'll probably be out for another week or two for sure. We'll build his fitness up, and our fans can look forward to seeing a very exciting young player.